Stop doing this right now, because the way you're driving your diesel could be slowly destroying your engine, and most owners don't even realize it until the damage is already done. Today, we're breaking down 7 common diesel mistakes that are quietly killing your engine and costing thousands in repairs. Let's get into it. First, running too many short trips. This is one of the most damaging habits for any diesel engine. When your engine doesn't reach its proper operating temperature, internal wear increases significantly. Those quick drives to the store or short school runs might seem harmless, but they never allow the engine to fully warm up. That creates a chain reaction of problems. Your diesel particulate filter can't regenerate properly. Unburned fuel starts mixing with your engine oil, and moisture begins to build up throughout the system. Over time, this leads to reduced engine efficiency and serious long-term damage. If short trips are part of your routine, you need to balance it out. At least once a week, take your vehicle on a longer drive, preferably around 20 to 30 minutes on the highway. This allows the engine to reach full temperature, clears out buildup, and helps your system function the way it was designed to. Second, lugging the engine in high gears. Diesel engines produce strong low-end torque, and that often tricks drivers into staying in higher gears at very low RPM. But consistently running your engine like this puts unnecessary strain on internal components. It may feel smooth, but it's actually harmful. Diesel engines are designed to operate within a specific RPM range where performance and efficiency are balanced. Dropping too low below that range forces the engine to work harder than it should. This can damage both the engine and transmission over time. Instead of trying to keep RPMs as low as possible, downshift when needed and let the engine stay within its proper power band. These 2 mistakes alone are enough to shorten the life of your diesel engine if ignored. And the worst part is, most drivers think they're actually doing the right thing. But the truth is, small daily habits make a huge difference when it comes to diesel engine longevity. Third, delaying your engine oil changes. This is where a lot of diesel engines start to go downhill fast. Diesel engines may be built tough, but they rely heavily on clean oil to protect internal components. Over time, that oil breaks down and becomes contaminated with soot, fuel, and microscopic debris. Once that happens, it stops protecting your engine and starts damaging it instead. Many manufacturers suggest longer oil change intervals, sometimes up to 10,000 or even 12,000 miles. But in real-world driving, especially with diesel engines, that's pushing it too far. Experienced diesel owners know that changing your oil more frequently is one of the simplest and most effective ways to extend engine life. A safer interval is around 5,000 miles, and if you drive long distances regularly or put your engine under heavy load, even sooner. Dirty oil becomes abrasive. Instead of lubricating, it wears down internal parts like bearings, pistons, and camshafts with every mile you drive. By the time you notice a problem, the damage is already done and often expensive to fix. Fourth, excessive idling. A lot of diesel owners believe letting the engine idle for long periods is harmless or even beneficial. But in reality, it does more harm than good. Extended idling prevents the engine from reaching proper operating temperature, which leads to incomplete combustion. This causes carbon buildup inside the engine and exhaust system. It also allows moisture to accumulate in the oil and exhaust, which can lead to corrosion over time. On top of that, your diesel particulate filter won't regenerate properly during long idle periods, which leads to clogging and performance issues. Modern diesel engines don't need long warm-ups. Unless you're dealing with extremely cold conditions, the best thing you can do is start the engine, give it a short moment to stabilize, and then drive gently until it reaches normal temperature. Letting it sit and idle for long periods is not helping your engine, it's slowly damaging it. Fifth, using low-quality fuel. This is a mistake that can destroy your diesel engine faster than you think. Modern diesel engines use extremely high-pressure fuel systems, and even the smallest impurities can cause serious damage. Cheap or contaminated fuel often contains particles and water that don't belong in your system. Those contaminants can score and wear down precision components like injectors and fuel pumps. Once that damage starts, performance drops quickly. You might notice lower fuel efficiency, rough running, or increased smoke from the exhaust. But by the time these signs appear, the damage is already underway, and repairs can be extremely expensive. Always use high-quality diesel from trusted stations. If possible, consider adding a fuel additive designed to improve lubrication and remove moisture. It's a small investment compared to the cost of replacing injectors or a high-pressure fuel pump. Sixth, ignoring DPF regeneration cycles. This is one of the biggest issues with modern diesel engines. Your diesel particulate filter is designed to trap soot and burn it off at very high temperatures. But for that process to happen, your engine needs the right driving conditions. Regeneration typically requires sustained driving at higher speeds for around 15 to 20 minutes. Many drivers interrupt this process by shutting off the engine too soon or never driving long enough for it to begin. When regeneration is repeatedly interrupted, soot builds up inside the filter, eventually leading to clogging. You may notice signs like a slightly different engine sound, higher idle speed, or cooling fans running longer than usual. These are indicators that regeneration is happening. When you notice this, don't shut the engine off. Keep driving until the cycle completes. If ignored, a clogged DPF can lead to reduced performance, warning lights, and in many cases, very costly replacements. Letting the system complete its cycle is critical for keeping your engine running smoothly and avoiding unnecessary repairs. 7th, babying your diesel engine. This might sound surprising, but always driving your diesel too gently can actually cause long-term damage. Many drivers try to keep RPMs low all the time and avoid pushing the engine, thinking it will extend its life. In reality, this leads to carbon buildup inside the engine. When the engine never reaches higher RPM ranges, combustion isn't as complete as it should be. Over time, this causes deposits to form in critical areas like the EGR system, turbocharger, and intake valves. The result is reduced performance, sluggish acceleration, and decreased efficiency. Diesel engines are designed to handle load and operate under pressure. They need occasional higher RPM driving to stay clean and function properly. A simple way to prevent this buildup is to give your engine a proper workout once in a while. Find a safe stretch of road and run the engine through a higher RPM range for a few minutes. This helps clear out carbon deposits, improves airflow, and keeps the turbo working efficiently. This simple habit can make a huge difference in maintaining your engine's health without spending any extra money on repairs. Diesel engines are incredibly durable when they're treated the right way. By avoiding these 7 common mistakes, you can dramatically extend the life of your engine and keep it running strong for hundreds of thousands of miles. If you found this helpful, make sure to like the video and subscribe for more practical tips that help you save money and avoid costly repairs.